this drives me nuts when I see customers' classic cars sitting outside like this. I mean, granted, it's GP and
Right.
probably fine.
Right.
But, oh, man.
I know. That's a
I
pace
don't
car from what, Indy 500?
Yeah, it's a C3 Corvette.
Yeah.
said what he needed, and again, it's nothing that's wrong with it. It's an 87 Silver Spirit in, as he says, just flawless mechanical condition. He bought it from a Rolls-Royce collector.
God.
And he's a doctor in Birmingham.
Jeez.
And he's like, I grew up driving a Trans Am or Mustang, in high school and college. He's like, but at the age I'm at now, he's not that old. He's maybe 50. He's like, but I just wanted something, that is, a bit different, but that also is really refined and just a wonderful driving experience. And he's like, a classic Rolls Royce. And he's like, and they're not even really that expensive. He said, you've got cars in the shop now that cost more than mine does.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, because it's an 80s Rolls. He's like, right. He said, but if you can find a really good one, he's like, let me tell you, it is a masterclass.
Yeah, yeah.
In
handmade vehicles.
Yeah, and just experiencing a car like that. He said he just absolutely loves his classic Rolls. And now that it's over 35 years old, yeah, it is a classic now.
Right.
In every respect. Just like these, It's so funny to think there are only a handful of these cars left now.
No shit. You never see this fucking thing.
No.
Hey, excuse me, you know what 17? North Hollywood?
17 North Hollywood.
Oh, Hollywood's not that way.
Yeah.
We don't have any 17s.
Right.
We don't have any two-digit numbers out this way.
Right. I mean, it'd be on the lake, if
Yeah.
anything. And
Exactly. I don't think they have Hollywood.
yeah, and I mean, you probably ain't doing any work at this hour.
Some fireworks going on there.
Heck yeah.
And just like that, White Crown Vic I got at the shop, to think somebody threw this car away.
Right.
It's just almost beyond belief to me and Eric. And he said that. He's like, I hope that.
Well, I mean, it had broken down at some point
Right,
or
it
something.
did, yes. And they, whoever threw it away was not willing to take the time, the expense, or the trouble to find out why it was broken.
Yeah, it wasn't anything to them.
Right. I haven't even put exhaust on this car yet.
That's insane. I was going to ask about that.
It's got holes in the pipes, and it doesn't matter. It sounds fine.
Yeah, it sounds fucking probably better.
Yeah.
It sounds pipier. There's
Yes.
more getting out.
Yeah, a little rumble, and actually, when we put brand new exhaust on this car, it's going to be silent.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
going to hear anything.
Right, unless you put some fucking whatever they got, whatever that you got on that one black car of yours.
Oh
You
yeah,
got
the
some
St. Rita's
fucking,
has Flowmasters.
Yeah.
And this might get, something similar to Flowmasters.
Yeah,
Whatever.
sure.
Again, I put factory mufflers, as close as I could to factory, on the Coronet, and that has a nice rumble to it.
Yeah.
Classic Mopars had
good
rumbly
sound.
exhaust for the time.
Right.
They were not designed to be whisper quiet all the time. They were built on a budget. So they tended not to have to baffle or muffle the sound as much. Now, when you got up to the Chryslers, they added in the Imperials, they added resonators and other things to really quiet the cars down.
That sounds so good. Fucking blasts. So fucking nice.
It's got a cop motor, a 440 cubic inch blade. It's got cop tires, cop suspension, cop shocks. It's a model made with twin catalytic converters, so it'll run good on regular gas, provided it has none of that ethanol junk in it. Jake's like, yeah, fix cigarette lighter. I'm like, yeah, we gotta fix windshield wiper.
After he throws it out the window. He's got to sabotage it somehow. He's got to have something bad to say. Right.
The caddy, where's the caddy?
I know, it is cool to look at, like the actual real one.
That's just like the one Belushi tosses out.
Yeah.
Exact same one, just 3 years newer.
Like, so random. Like, like, just some random shit to put in the script. Like, he wants to fuck with his brother, so he just fucking...
Well, yeah, again, it was shorted out, so he's trying to light his cigarette.
Oh, yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
So he grabs his Zippo instead.
Right.
And tosses it out the window, because it didn't work, that, like
Right,
most
so
cop
he didn't
cars,
want it around anymore.
Yeah,
He was like, fuck this thing.
Yeah, screw it. So, like a lot of cop cars, they chopped the wiring apart when they before they sold it. So, yeah, it had wiring
when
issues.
they had to get the sirens out.
Yep. And it probably shorted out the cigarette lighter, which is also electrically controlled. Wow, man.
Yeah, my dog's gonna be freaking out if that's going on.
I
Who the
know,
fuck is lighting that off right now over there?
Yeah.
That's some private citizen, man. Fuck.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I don't like it.
as much
Especially
as
for the PTSD guys, and it's
Yeah.
the birthday of the country, but then they're fucking spazzing out.
Yeah. As much as I miss JJ, this is the one day that I'm glad he's not suffering through this crap. Which again, I like fireworks displays, but just don't do it in people's neighborhoods.
Yeah, I know.
In
like every neighborhood where you can't escape it. Like,
that crazy neighbor of mine, was nuts for years doing fireworks, and that stuff would land on some of my show cars. The burning embers and the stuff would land in my driveway. He would launch it in the middle of the street.
Right.
And just
Which neighbor?
Not Gail and the kids, the other guy.
Yeah.
With the boat. So interestingly, I guess he's not doing it anymore. Because I was going to spend the night at the shop, just until the fireworks died down, and until you and I started texting tonight. I was like, shit, I gotta go. I gotta grab the Bluesmobile and I gotta run and go pick up Al and have some fun.
Right.
And I was like, oh, but my neighbors are going to be launching fireworks. I'm like, no, it's just a couple local kids, in the neighborhood. That's all. Not the adults that should know better.
Right.
How dangerous.
Yeah, and it's like,
those things
why?
are.
This shit is for kids. It's like, why? Like, your big ass isn't fucking. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like for kids. Like.
Yeah, I mean, I loved,
going as a kid.
Yes, my parents would.
It's like a thing to do.
Yeah. And again,
we come up to your guys' house and then we go to the fucking Rochester ones.
Yes, we lived in the country. We could do fireworks displays.
Right.
It still upset the dogs, of course.
Right.
But there wasn't a lot of people to disturb. And man, I feel sorry for people that have to work tomorrow. I'm lucky. Eric does. A lot of people do. I used to.
I mean, mine's optional, but I instead of a non-paid day off, like I'd rather just have an easy day
and
get an easy
how lucky
day.
I am at this point in my career where I get a paid day off tomorrow.
Right.
A lot of government offices are shut down, so I get to hang out, spend another day in my side business in my workshop,
and get paid to do it. So you're actually going to work to get actual money.
Exactly. Help pay my own bills. Keep working on toys like this.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, this thing.
I told Eric, I said, I can't believe I'm saying this. You know how much I love the Ford cop car we have. The box one.
Right,
like
you're ready to get rid of it.
You know, like he picked you up, he used to drive everywhere. College and police academy.
Yeah.
And I said, Eric, I can't believe I'm saying this. I think I like driving this car more.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I mean, it's
because this is the folklore car, and it's sweet.
And it's sweet, and it's so comfortable.
Yeah.
You know,
and it gets down, and it sounds awesome, and it's like
power.
So rare. Everything, dude. Everything about it. It's like a fucking, it's like opening up the Pulp Fiction suitcase.
Yeah, right. And, to me, that box Crown Vic, to me, is like the perfect car. It's the car I grew up driving. It was one of my first cop cars.
Right. It's like the quintessential cop car.
Yeah, I drove it in the academy. I mean, it's just the perfect car. A box Crown Vic, what's not to like? It's fantastic.
Right.
And yet, this car is like, oh my goodness.
Right. It's like a Crown Vic, but better. It's like smoother.
It's got the look. It's got the legendary 440 power.
Stupid dog's gonna be freaking. But what a good scene for this ride, I guess.
Yeah, what turn is it?
It's gonna be this next one. God, she's gonna be freaking out. I turned the TV way up. They need to stop that shit. I hope that stops. It's right there. Shit needs to fucking stop. I hope they stop sooner. Wow, that is right there. It's all right. It'll be over soon. I mean, those things cost big money.
Yeah, they do.
They're not gonna private citizen fund that for like an hour.
Man, I wouldn't think so. But who knows?
Right? Yeah. Who knows? Somebody could have spent a couple grand and
Yeah, we had